Well, the invincible have become vincible as SFV falling to defeat for the first time in over a season last match day against Buenos Aires. Could that open the door for any number of title challengers this season? Hello, everyone. I am Metafiction, and as I say, SFV will be looking to shake off that defeat, their first league defeat in quite some time, later today as they face Hollywood. But before that, we have Reykjavik United in our first match, hoping to take advantage of that slip up by the German outfit against AC Romana. Then after that, we will have Catalunya hosting União Sao Paulo, and of course SFV versus Hollywood, as I mentioned. And we wrap up today with Tokyo against Buenos Aires. We'll be looking to build on that momentum that they have accumulated with that result. It's a very interesting slate of matches today, going to be very exciting to watch. But as I say, we start in Iceland, where Reykjavik United will be hoping that they can essentially stake their claim at the top of the table. There they are in that 4-2-3-1 with the attacking midfielder Del Pirlo playing off the shoulder of Goddamn, and AC Romana with the off-center, well, asymmetrical really, 4-2-4. That right back pushed forward into a wing back sort of position. Both of these teams, of course, were recent SSL Major Division champions. AC Romana, the Season 14 champions, and of course Reykjavik United winning 3 titles in a row shortly before that, as here is Andrews in the final third, Nunez though dispossessing swiftly. So indeed, both of these teams with championship pedigree, as Lopta forces a save out of Kerrigan on the free kick. Andrews will take the corner, finding Lopta on the edge of the box, sends it back. Kerrigan jumping into the air to pluck it from the sky. Anavier pressured, sends it back to Blackman. And that pass intercepted from Smart by Del Pirlo. Del Pirlo was looking for Blackman, or excuse me, Smart was looking for Blackman. As that header from Jean-Claude Goddam loops harmlessly over the crossbar. Well, after an initial flurry of activity, the game seems to have slowed down somewhat here. Reykjavik not able to create enough chances here against this Romana defense. Arisov's pass intercepted by Nunez, who sends it all the way back to the back line of Reykjavik. Lopta finds Andrews over the top. Andrews shoots, and Kerrigan getting down in front of him. Chicken on the corner. Finds Lopta at the top of the box. Finds Del Pirlo. Del Pirlo forces another save out of Kerrigan. So we have another attempt here. And this time into the box and headed just wide by Roberto Scarpetta. Reykjavik starting to pile on the pressure now. Andrews to Arisov. Now sent back. Here's Andrews weaving into the box. Kerrigan saving it again. Yore's shot well over. Romana haven't had a shot yet, but it does look like, well, almost, as Chicken sends the corner in. It finds to Del Pirlo again, and Kerrigan once more called into action. But it does look like Romana might be able to survive to the break without conceding, and they have. Despite having no chances offensively, they've been able to weather the storm of Reykjavik United thus far. And despite having plenty of chances, 4 shots on target out of 10 total. Reykjavik find themselves drawing 0-0 against Romana. Now, of course, the question for the second half becomes, can Romana continue to withstand the attack of Reykjavik and potentially even nick a goal of their own? Or will Reykjavik be able to find the breakthrough as they have so often in the past? Reykjavik, remember, wanting to capitalize on SFV's loss to Buenos Aires on match day 3. Missing out on 3 points would effectively hand initiative back to SFV to catch up. Even if they draw, they would still be ahead of SFV no matter what happens later on in their match against Hollywood. But certainly a win would help to widen the gap just that little bit more. It is Romana who get us started, going right to left in the white and gold. As I say, the question for Romana is, do they continue to play defensively, or do they try to go a little bit more on the front foot, as they seem to be doing here? Nunez dispossessed by Andrews, and the ball punted into touch. Well, as time continues to tick away here, Romana doing a very good job of denying Reykjavik goal-scoring opportunities. Here is Del Pirlo dribbling into the center, forcing another good save out of Kerrigan. He's been excellent for Romana so far, as this corner finds its way back to Andrews. Curled in for Del Pirlo, and another save by Kerrigan. It cannot be understated, or overstated rather, how much of a presence Kerrigan has been between the pipes today for AC Romana, as this ball finds its way to Lopte again, to Del Pirlo again, pushed over the bar again. This time from the opposite side, it'll be Chicken to send it in. This time closer in toward the goal and eventually headed out of danger. Well, with 20 minutes to play, Reykjavik piling on loads of pressure against Romana, but unable to break their defense. It's looking more and more like Romana are going to be able to hold on here for a solid point away in Iceland. As we approach added time, 5 minutes to play, and they are going by very quickly here. Only 2 minutes of them remain as Romana, from the free kick, send it deep into Reykjavik territory. Reykjavik now essentially having 2 minutes to figure something out, figure out how to get around this defense. After dispossessed by Kimoatu, sent back only as far as Scarpetta. Lopte trying to go through again, but Kimoatu closing up the lane, Muller intercepting the pass. That touch from Q weak, and Del Pirlo squares it to goddamn, Jean-Claude goddamn, and Kerrigan with another excellent save. Less than a minute to play, and it is Chicken standing over the free kick. Can they pull something out of nothing here, Reykjavik? And it's claimed by Kerrigan once again, as he has done so many times today, imposing his will in the goal box. And that may very well be that. Romana fans desperately waiting for that whistle. Only seconds left before they can secure this point. And there you have it. It ends 0-0 here at Lake Valerin, as Reykjavik United miss a chance to pull away from SFV. Well, in the end, Romana managing no shots on target or otherwise, as Reykjavik with 16 shots, 8 of them on target. Ultimately, though, Reykjavik denied by the efforts of the Romana defense, and in particular, the goalkeeper, Patrick Kerrigan, deservedly player of the match, with an excellent performance. And so Reykjavik denied 3 points on this occasion. And so a surprising but ultimately well-earned result in Iceland as Reykjavik and Romana share the spoils with a point apiece. For our next match, we travel once again to Barcelona, where CF Catalunya will face União Sao Paulo, still looking for that first point of the season. Indeed, for their first point since season 14. Catalunya, of course, still recovering from the recent announcement of club legend Budget Busquets' retirement. Though he's a free agent, certainly put in many, many hours with Catalunya. I'll be hoping for a very solid result this season in his honor. Meanwhile, União Sao Paulo, I'm sure they'll be content with at least getting a point on the board. As I say, no points this season or last season thus far. Will be a bit of an uphill climb here in Barcelona. But they'll be game nonetheless, and it'll be a very interesting to see if they can make good on it, if they can take something from this match. As Brisky with a deep free kick that ultimately ends up at the feet of Donnarumma. Now here's Poggio, through to Day Alley, through ball to Staines, and Staines was offside, would have let it run. And so Lua claiming it. Here is Maple, dribbling forward into the box, tries to round Norris. Now Ryan, and Dello sending it well over the bar. Will be a goal kick for Kazenga Lua. Norris's touch betrays, and now Catalunya coming forward. Staines to Day Alley. Forces a save out of Lua. Poggio will take the free kick for Catalunya. Day Alley sending it back to Poggio and then back to Day Alley. Now Ryan on the edge of the box, pressured by Justinison as Hugh Mann sends it just wide. Salic trying to dribble forward for Sao Paulo, but ultimately losing control of it to Staines, who sends it up now to Kamanova, cutting inside. Kamanova has a shot, and it takes a deflection off of a Sao Paulo defender. It will go behind for a corner kick, which will be taken once again by Poggio. It's an outswinger, and Lua holding on to it. On ball headed down for Delo, but Victoria able to get to it. That pass, though, from Urbano II ends up with Mann, and now Staines dribbling past Selic. Back into Delo. Now Poggio. Maple to Day Alley. Off the post by Day Alley. A rebound shot from Staines into the hands of Lua. And Catalunya very unlucky there. Now here comes Delo. Pursued by Velstrezen Smith. Squares it back. And man, from distance, Lua getting in front of it. Kamanova winning the ball again. Here's Poggio to Maple, laying it off for Daly. Ryan on the far flank into Poggio. Poggio from close range. And another save from Lua. Here comes the corner. Once again, an outswinger. And Velstrazen-Smith sends it away. Kamanova with the cross. It was off the head of Dogwood Maple and over the crossbar. Daly, facing a lot of pressure, has to send it back. Justinison almost getting the challenge on Tenderloin there, but instead it's Ryan up the far flank. And looked like Victoria got a foot in, and the referee is going to look at this for a potential penalty here. And no penalty given. It was a real heart-in-mouth moment for Sao Paulo, but for the moment, it remains 0-0. As Lua sending that goal kick long. Or a free kick, excuse me. Poggio, though, coming forward for Catalonia. Back to man, and a lot of space. Hugh Man! That one looked like it left a trail of smoke behind it. Poggio dribbled forward, Eilish forcing him out wide, but Hugh Man in a lot of space and a lot of force behind that ball. Lua got the hands in front of it, but could only deflect it behind into the net. And on that shot is Catalonia 1, Sao Paulo 0, as we near halftime. Catalonia looking for another one on the corner here. Poggio to send it in. Off the head of Kirkpatrick, and Ryan sending it over the bar. Poggio, central to Delo, back out wide to Ryan. And Eilish there to interrupt. Ryan again, crosses, and it fell to Staines, but couldn't get the header right. Catalonia looking for one more good chance before the half, as that ball finds Kamanova. Trying to find Delo, instead goes to man again, and this time Lua able to hold on to it. And so it shall be at the half. Catalonia, off that incredible shot from Hugh Man, leads 1-0 over União Sao Paulo. It's been an inspired effort from Kazenga Lua in goal thus far, but ultimately was unable to stop themselves from conceding that goal. Such was the power on that shot that even standing in front of it was not enough for Kazenga Lua. Can Sao Paulo fight back from this, or will Catalonia continue to press their advantage? Sao Paulo with only one shot in that half, and it ended up going off target. And it is Sao Paulo who get us started in the white and black, going right to left. Kirkpatrick. Eilish out to Norris. Norris with the long ball, looking for Tomato over the top, but ultimately only finds the Catalunya defense. Throw in by Camanova as Catalunya trying to build in midfield here. Camanova dribbling past Selic and passes forward. Staines, though, not able to bring it in. Victoria now sent back. And Staines intercepting that pass from Brisky, but ultimately Sao Paulo winning it back. Selic dribbles around, tries to get it to Brisky. Ends up with it back. Potential chance for Sao Paulo. Victoria back to Kirkpatrick. Now Brisky from the edge of the box. And it is a corner kick for Sao Paulo. Their first real moment of attacking oomph in this match as Brisky stands over it. And it's held by Neuer. Now a corner for Catalunya. Poggio sending it in. And it's off the head. And Lua tipping it behind. There'll be another chance from the opposite side for Poggio. This one delivered in. And once again, behind for a corner kick. This one headed up by Selic. Finds his way back out to Maple, though. And Maple not able to get that one on target. Brisky's header out to nobody in particular. Ends up with Delo, who sends it to Poggio. Poggio dribbling into the box around Habjanic. Sends it back. Finds Delo in space, off the bar. And this time, Dele Alli puts it back. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Here's the shot from Delo off the corner of the goal. Dele Alli reacts to it first, takes a touch, dribbles into a slightly better position, and just slots it past Lua. And it looks like the woes will continue here for Sao Paulo unless they can manufacture 2 goals within 30 minutes. Although here is Staines with a through ball for Dele Alli into the box. Dele Alli. Another save from Lua. Lua has done just about everything they can to keep Sao Paulo in this match. But here is another corner. This one's headed clear by Norris. Poggio with the cross to Maple. Delo tried the through ball to Maple, who would have been offside regardless. But it was cleared before Maple could get to it. Poggio to Dele Alli. Dele Alli dribbling past Kirkpatrick, but only for a moment. Falls back out to Camanova, but Selic able to snuff that move out. Brisky, though, losing possession to Delo. Now Poggio again. Dele Alli from distance and couldn't quite keep it down. Selic with the long ball to nobody in particular as Neuer getting to it. Maple. Through ball to Dele Alli. What a pass that was. And Kirkpatrick able to get the block in. Poggio to send in the corner. Finds Dele Alli. And ultimately pushed back. Poggio now with the free kick. Ricocheting off the wall in behind. Will be yet another corner. And that one headed clear by Selic, but only as far as Dele Alli. Now here's Poggio again from a tight angle, but was offside. Catalonia continuing their dominance here as Maple passes back to Ryan. Now Poggio into the box, but Habjanic doing well to get in front of that one. Now here's Man. Squares to Delo. Poggio. Forward to Day Alley. Wasn't a bad shot, but Lua again doing everything he can to keep this deficit where it is. 2-0 is very difficult to come back from. 3-0 would be fatal as that one goes headed over the bar. Lua with a long ball trying to start something, but ultimately only goes to Kamanova, who is in the box, crosses in, Dogwood Maple, and that one into the top of the net from the wrong side. 10 minutes remain for Sao Paulo to try to dig themselves out and earn at least a point. But on the balance of the game has been all Catalonia. Here is Beakley Eilish. Now Kirkpatrick. Slow build up from Sao Paulo. Very patient. Selic. Now turning on the speed a little bit as finds Tomato. Tomato! And Crazy Tomato has one back for Sao Paulo. Well. Is this the moment they needed? The long ball over the top by Selic, and what a finish by Tomato. Neuer diving in the right direction, but can't quite stop it. And Sao Paulo might just have a chance here. But time very rapidly running out. It looks like they might just come up short on this occasion. There is a free kick. Brisky sending it in. Justinison can't get ahead to it. It's going to fall out for Delo, who's bringing it forward. To Staines. Trying to square it, but finds nobody. Poggio eventually getting onto the end of it. Squares it. Lua holds on, and time is going to expire. Sao Paulo fighting bravely in the final minutes to try to level the scores, but in the end, it was just too little too late, as Catalonia, with a rocket of a goal from Hugh Mann, as well as a shot from Bailey De Alley, will walk away with a 2-1 victory over Sao Paulo here. Hugh Mann named player of the match for that shot, and it was a great shot, to be fair. Tomato able to get the goal back for Sao Paulo, and special mention again to Kazenga Lua for, despite conceding 2 goals, still making those clutch saves to try to keep the deficit limited, but ultimately not to be on this occasion for the Brazilian team. 2-1 victory to Catalonia. Now we turn our attention to the Black Forest for match number 3 of today's slate, as SFV, their unbeaten streak officially over, look to try to regroup by defeating Hollywood FC. Hollywood, though, certainly will be looking to not play that particular role and not cooperate with SFV's attempt at redemption here. Certainly with a lot of talent of their own, should be a very enthralling matchup here. Schwarzwalder with their 3-4-2-1 formation there. As for Hollywood, it's a 4-2-3-1 with Closa up top, Muffin and Brooks on the wings. Either one of these teams could go to 9 points, just one behind Reykjavik, with a victory here. Which team will seize the initiative? It is SFV who start going left to right in the black and white horizontal stripes, while Hollywood in the very dark blues. Maximiliano finds Hackenen, and it trickles past Dexter Hall. what an unfortunate start to events for Lovrich, who will be credited with the own goal. Well, within seconds, SFB find themselves up 1-0. Hakkinen looked like was squaring it to either Jihao or Bull. Lovrich got a foot in and it directed it into the back of the net. An inauspicious beginning of this match for Hollywood. SFB coming forward again. Hakkinen finds Maximiliano, and Dombrowski Maximiliano. And very quickly on, Schwarzwälder asserting themselves with a 2-0 lead. It was Lightning who put the challenge in on Hakkinen, but the ball fell to Maximiliano. And SFB eager to dispel the doubters after last match day's performance. They've come out of the gate hot. And Hollywood have been made to pay for it twice already. Plink. And Maximiliano. Pearson into Maximiliano again from distance, and it's over the bar on this occasion. Well, that 1-2 punch of the own goal and the shot from Maximiliano will really have taken the wind out of Hollywood's sails here. It'll be very interesting to see if and how they can recover from that as SFB come forward again. Here's Whittington. What a move by SFB, and Hakkinen makes it 3. They are having a look, but it was a very quick passing move. And it will not stand. Well, it looked very impressive, but ultimately Hakkinen offside. Bull played it to Jihao, who tried to send it through first time for Hakkinen, but ultimately Hakkinen moving too early. Now here is Deanne sending in the corner. Rebuff finds its way back to Deanne. Schenkinger. Whittington has a go, and nothing doing. Exeter Hall sending the free kick up the pitch. Jihao squares it to Bull. Bull through ball to Hakkinen. Onside this time, and that one will count. And in less than 30 minutes, it's 3-0 to Schwarzwälder. Well, Maximiliano heading down that free kick. Bull seeing the run of Hakkinen. An incisive move there. And Deanne sending in the free kick. This one very quickly getting out of hand for Hollywood. Rashford had a touch, but it went to Schenkinger instead. Bull finds Whittington on the far flank, cutting inside, laid it off, and Bull missing just wide. The pressure continues from SFB with the deep throw in as Deanne sending it into the box. Peterson squares, and the referee is giving a penalty here to SFB. VAR is confirming, and the penalty has been given. It was a little hard to tell what the contact was there, but it is Jihao to take, and it is 4-0 to SFB. Well, it's a horror movie for Hollywood today, as SFB gaining some measure of revenge as that corner ultimately ends up going out for a goal kick. Cormier sending it back to Hall. Lovrich with the own goal and the yellow card. Safe to say, not a great day at the office for Nikola Lovrich today. Rashford's pass intercepted by Deanne. Jihao out to Peterson. Peterson getting past Mograine in the shot held by Hull. Well, at the break, SFV with a strong lead over Hollywood. 4-0. The first minute own goal really setting the tone there for SFV as the ball went into the back of the net off of the foot of Nikola Lovrich. And then very shortly thereafter, Dombrosovsky Maximiliano making it 2. Absolute dominance from Black Forest here. You have to wonder, how can Hollywood come back from a deficit like this? Is it even possible? Of course it's possible, but how likely is it? Cameron Bailey coming on at halftime for Jalen Brooks. As Hollywood trying for a change in personnel to try to spark something. Peterson, though, intercepting that pass, plays the 1-2. Defended by Lovrich. Peterson in the box for Kimi Häkkinen for a second goal. Well, it's lights, camera action here for Schwarzwälder Fußballverein. This one taking another deflection, this one off of Dexter Hall, the goalkeeper. They are ruling, though, that it would have been on goal either way, as Häkkinen intercepting the kickoff, trying for a third immediately. Oh, Hollywood able to snuff it out and trying to counter now. As Closa, though, dispossessed by Tamana Whittington. And that pass intercepted by Rashford. Rashford trying to get around Häkkinen. Ultimately sends it back to Mograine. Now here is Lightning. And Sarantsats Raw called into action, possibly for the first time today. Certainly a rare occasion today, as Scud Muffin will take this corner kick for Hollywood. Into the air, falls down for Muffin again, has a shot but immediately blocked. Mograine trying to find Martel or Muffin, ultimately finds neither. Any doubts cast from last match day have been well and truly banished here, as SFB squaring it to Deanne off the post, and nearly that was 6. Here's another move, this one though snuffed out by Hollywood. Though Peterson sending it long, trying to find Jihao. Hall able to hold on to it. Peterson to Häkkinen. Häkkinen cutting outside, squares it, and Wei Jihao makes it 6 after all. And the nightmare continuing for Hollywood here. What a performance this has been from SFB. Häkkinen having 2 goals already. This time squares it to Jihao off of the hand of Hall. Deanne sending it into the box, and this time the header goes just over. Maximiliano intercepting another pass, this one from Kurt Lightning, though Lightning able to seize on the loose touch there. Lightning again dispossessing Deanne. Hollywood trying to build something, but continue to run up against this wall of forest as Bull deflected behind by Hall. And Whittington's header once again pushed over. And that one looked like it found Plink, but Plink could not find the net. Well, this is about as comprehensive a performance as it gets. As SFV, with less than 30 minutes to play, holding on to a commanding 6-0 lead, and now still pressing for more. As here is Whittington. Can't get around the challenge of Muffin, though. Rashford's pass cut out by Maximiliano, and now here's Bull for SFV. Squaring to Jihao, off the post again! And Jihao ruled offside. Lightning forward to Muffin. Muffin trying to get one back for Hollywood and forces a save out of Saran Setral. Muffin crossing in from the corner. Hakkinen heading out of danger. Gormier. Now here's Maximiliano sending it to Hakkinen on a hat trick here. Hakkinen into the center. Chaos as it parried off of Paul, and Paul ultimately saving it. That was the same sort of chaos that begat their first goal. This time, though, the defense wise to it. 10 minutes to play, and Hollywood fans certainly looking at the clock as Deanne sending in that corner. Jihao to play. And it's seventh heaven for Peregrine Plink. Well, off of the corner, Deanne found Jihao, who found Plink, who had a huge lane to shoot through. And that more or less sums up the kind of day Hollywood has had. And that is how it will end. Lucky number 7 for Schwarzwalder. Well and truly making up for their loss at Buenos Aires last time out. Wang Jihao with a brace is your player of the match. A brace also for Kenny Hakkinen, and contributions from Peregrine Plink and Dombrosovsky Maximiliano. And as for Hollywood, it is, of course, back to the drawing board after a defeat like that. Nikola Lovric, certainly in particular, wanting to forget this particular outing. And with that win, SFV moving to within 1 point of Reykjavik, despite losing to Buenos Aires last time out. They are once again neck and neck with Reykjavik. And speaking of Buenos Aires, it's on to our final match of the day, where Tokyo SC are hosting CA Buenos Aires. Tokyo, of course, losing in their first match of the season, but have since won 2 straight. Will be looking to make it 3 in a row at home against Buenos Aires, who are still on a high after that fairly impressive win over Black Forest, it has to be said. Tokyo rolling in with the 4-2-3-1. Buenos Aires, meanwhile, in the 4-2-3-1 of their own, with O'Leary playing just off the right shoulder of Bradford. And worth noting, a win for Tokyo here would push them also on to 9 points, level with SFB and just one behind Reykjavik. So that will certainly be something to watch if they can indeed come away with the 3 points here. It is Buenos Aires who have started us off, but have lost out now to Tokyo. Now here is Garrettson, or Van Garrettson, excuse me. Rise. And Cabri getting onto it. Ball sent long. Headed down, Kaido gets to it. Now runs up the far wing. Sent all the way back out to Van Garrettson. Now Kennedy. Greer. Greer has a shot from a tight angle. Well, he's weighed in with a couple this season. And this one's a very good one as well. Taking the touch past Vandersloot, sending it to the opposite post. And just like that, Tokyo putting themselves out in front in the early stages. Greer now with the long ball, trying to find Rise over the top. Can't quite get there, though. Greer again. Just past Vandersloot, crossing in again, finds Ibrahimovic this time, and Cabri able to hold on to it. Well, it was a high-octane start from Tokyo to get that goal in the second minute from fullback Jude Greer. Rube sending it long now. Now it falls to Rise. Back to Van Garrettson. Van Garrettson pass getting called, crossing in, finds Ibrahimovic, who sends it over the bar. Well, there haven't been many chances thus far, but Tokyo have had all of them. As here is another corner kick. Kaido sending it to Rise at the edge of the box. Now Franco Torres. Princess Changshan back to Kaido. Kaido trying to shoot from a very tight angle, but was offside. It was an ambitious attempt by Kaido. Trying to play hero ball, but ultimately did not work out. Meanwhile, Buenos Aires have had their first shot of the match thus far. Escarpeta forced to send that one back to Rube. Damu out wide to Greer. Greer with another cross, trying to find Rise. Rise's header well off target. Deep throw now for Buenos Aires. Biakra. And that was a long shot from Munoz. Didn't quite get where it needed to be, though. 5 minutes to play in the first half, plus stoppage time. Vandersloot sending it long for Bradford, but was disrupted by Adamu. Now here is Rube. Eventually sending it long. Settles with Kennedy. Kennedy trying to cut inside, finds Kaido. Now Van Garrettson. Chang Shan threw a ball to Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! And Lin getting a foot in to block the goal. It will be a corner kick from Shinji Kaido. Finds Rise, trying to link up with Torres there, but Knight intercepts and now coming forward at a very high rate of speed. Ching Shan challenging, forces the cross into Fiacre. And that slows the move down just enough to break it up. Only 1 minute at a time before halftime as Van Gerritsen sends it back to Kennedy and back again. Cross and Cavalry claiming it out of the air. Now sent long, headed down for Kaido, and now Rise again. Chang Shan coming forward. Kennedy in a lot of space in the midfield. Munoz with the challenge. And that ball tipped over. Greer will send in the corner. And it falls to Torres, falls to Kaido, sends it over the bar. And that will be the end of the first half here in Tokyo. As Tokyo SC leading Buenos Aires 1-0 off of that second-minute goal from fullback Jude Greer. Well, it's not been the flashiest performance from either team, but it's getting the job done so far. Tokyo holding on to the advantage at the break. Can Buenos Aires level the playing field here? Tokyo getting us started, going right to left in the orange and black and green. Buenos Aires, of course, in the white and orange. Munoz squaring to Knight, but dispossessed by Torres, who sends it all the way back to the opposing goal box. Brooks Patron passing forward, bounding and call, but Greer intercepting that pass and bursting forward. Here is Sky Rise. And Brooks Patron getting the challenge in. Vandersloot heads down for Bradford, but can't dribble past Chang Shan. Here is Sky Rise off the post for Sky Rise. Now here's a deep throw for Buenos Aires. Ultimately, Torres getting it away, but it does end up back with Lin. Kaido pouncing on that touch from O'Leary. Now here's Greer weaving through the defense with another cross. And it's headed in by Ibrahimovic, but ultimately pushed away. Some very good chances being created by Tokyo here. Not able to find a second, though. Knight gets past Torres, weaving into the center. Knight with the shot. Had Dobby Rube beaten, but was just wide of the post. Is that a warning shot from Buenos Aires? Balls to Munoz, who finds Harrison out on the wing. That pass intercepted by Sky Rise. Now Brooks Patron goes to collect, to recycle this move. But Torres intercepting that pass intended for Knight, bursting forward now. At the end line, squares it, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic doubles Tokyo's advantage. Well, it was a moment of quick thinking from Franco Torres to cut out that pass. Torres ran to the end line and lifted it into the air for Ibrahimovic. And Rise was there to capitalize if Ibrahimovic missed it. A well-worked break by Tokyo, and it is 2-0. Fiacre, though, over the top. O'Leary off the post. Well, an immediate reply from Buenos Aires if it stands. But it will not. For goodness me, that was almost an immediate salvo. But O'Leary is indeed offside there. It was a great shot, but ultimately came to nothing. And it remains 2-0 in favor of Tokyo. Kennedy trying to spray it out for Torres, but Vandersloot getting in the way. Now finds Knight. Vandersloot squaring it, and it's Jake Bradford. It's a close-range finish, but it's a finish nonetheless. And Buenos Aires now have a route back into this one. Adamu couldn't quite get the foot in to stop Bradford from putting it into the net. And as we've seen, that foot in can be very dangerous in any case. Now a corner from Brooks Patron. Headed clear. Again, called does get onto it. Harrison trying to find Bradford. Sent back. Now Munoz. Inside. Finds O'Leary from distance. And that one ricochets off a Tokyo defender. And goes behind for a corner kick. Brooks Patron with the corner. Once again headed clear. 20 minutes remain for Buenos Aires to find an equalizer. It's a deep throw for Tokyo, however. That cross from Van Gerritsen looked like it was looking for Torres, but CABA able to get to it first. Buenos Aires looking for an equalizer. Tokyo looking for insurance. Will either of them get their way? Van Gerritsen up the far wing. That's it back for Kennedy. And that pass intended for Cheng Shan falls to Greer instead. Greer with the cross off the header. And it looked like that might have been Kaido on the header, but goes wide. It's another deep throw for Buenos Aires. Knight. Vandersloot dispossessed by Kaido. Long ball scooped up by Harrison. Buenos Aires building from the back again. Fiacre to Genko. Vandersloot. Vandersloot squares it, and Sean O'Leary makes it 2-2. And it is game on here at the Nintendo. Well, it's a breakdown in marking as Vandersloot gets free. O'Leary getting just ahead of Adamu. Stays on side. And it is all square going into the final minutes. Will there be a hero for either side? As Rube sends the long ball. 2.5 minutes before added time. Who will step up? Will it end as a draw, or is there one more twist to this tale? Rise finds Van Gerritsen. Dribbling in and out of the defenders. Cheng Shan to Kennedy. Tokyo looking for an opening here. Van Gerritsen. Forced out wide. Kennedy squares it. Shinji Kaido! Well, they were looking for a hero, and they just found one. Van Gerritsen found Kennedy and Kaido in a lot of traffic, but still able to put that one home. And what a finish that was by Shinji Kaido to make it 3-2 to Tokyo with only stoppage time really to play. That long ball mopped up by Cheng Shan. Now Tokyo trying to be very careful to not concede another chance in the waning seconds. Munoz over the top. Bradford has made it 3-3. Well, if it stands, it's a miracle equalizer in stoppage time. But no, it will not stand. And he is indeed offside. A potential moment of brilliance taken off the board for Buenos Aires. And that is the final whistle. Tokyo SC prevail in a very exciting match. They had a 2-0 lead on 60 or so minutes. Then a heroic comeback from Buenos Aires, courtesy of Jake Bradford and Sean O'Leary. They thought they'd leveled it, and they had, but then came that goal from Shinji Kaido to win it. And immediately afterward, the denied goal for Jake Bradford. What a win for Tokyo, and what a close run thing by Buenos Aires. A well-played match all around by both teams. Certainly one of the matches of the season, I have no doubt. And Edwin Vandersloot, with 2 assists, is your player of the match, and deservedly so. And in the end, it is Tokyo who will benefit from the 3 points this time. And they will go on to 9 points, which again levels them with SFV and puts them just 1 point behind league leaders Reykjavik United. What a match that was, though. 3-2. Tokyo just surviving. Let's take a look again at those results. A 0-0 draw in Reykjavik as AC Romana able to hold on. Catalunya prevailing over Sao Paulo 2-1. And then, of course, SFV absolutely demolishing Hollywood by 7-0. And then, of course, we just saw Tokyo prevailing in heart-stopping fashion over Buenos Aires, 3-2. And there you see Reykjavik on 10 points, SFV with the superior goal difference on 9, and Tokyo also on 9. Then, of course, at the bottom, Sao Paulo still looking for a point, still looking to make their mark on this table. Still plenty of time left to play, but with every defeat, the hole gets a little harder to climb out of. But that will do it, I believe, for us here at the SSL for match day number 4 in the major division. Thank you so much for watching. And once again, if you're watching this as it comes out live, there's still only 1 day left to participate in the SSL Cross Sim League charity drive that's still ongoing. It ends Monday of this coming week. That being, of course, the 5th of August, if I'm not mistaken. All proceeds from that, of course, going to the Trevor Project and Outright International, both very worthy causes. If you haven't had a chance to donate, now is the time. If you're able, by all means, please, because these are very important charities, in my opinion, and certainly they do a lot of good. So if you haven't had a chance to contribute, please do so. Please consider doing so. In the meantime, though, that's it from me. This has been Metafiction. Take care, everyone.